we're doing it.
1, 2, 3, yes on the hill!
They like glasses. They love their face.
Because if you don't address it, then people will just keep dying from it and nothing will get solved or nothing will change.
Why? What do you want your legislator to know about?
Because there's a lot of people that have a business in their home, or they may be a lawyer. It's a one-person office or a two-person office, him and his wife, and they smoke. So
Because a bill, we know that when we get a law, you just think that it became a law yesterday, but it's a whole process, as Barbara's already shared with you, right? But even before we get to the legislative part of it, guess what? It's not.
Senate President, we have a bill here the community has come to me about, and they feel that it's very important. Please don't look at me like that. But it's these sweet potato fries. Don't look at me like that either. And they are very delicious.
Good.
And they feel that they
So what are
should
you
be,
really wanting to do with this bill?
we want to have them in all public schools.
2 minutes.
Come up with a concept. What Catherine was just doing with you guys back in the corner, talking about sweet potato fries or whatever. But you know, how do you take this concept and then how you start thinking of those ideas, and then how do you have the wherewithal to move that forward? So I just want to give you guys all significant kudos for doing that.
please state your name and what organization you represent.
Michaela York and MRC.
Okay, you can go ahead with your comments. Thank you.
Okay, well, I don't think you need to take away the money because at my school there's so many kids who smoke, drinks, they do drugs, and then by us bringing this program in, I've seen like a bit of a difference, and I think they're maybe getting a better look at it, and if we take it away, then they're just going to be like, okay, and then just go back to
I'm sorry, your time is up.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question for you. Aren't you just being set up here by somebody who's just, you know, making money from the program?
No, I'm speaking from my heart.
2, 3.
Live, work, play, tobacco free every day.
Do it one more time.
That was not boring. Y'all, we gotta say it with like.
No, that's going to be cute on YouTube.
Y'all ready?
Okay.
And action.
Tobacco free. Are you? Tobacco free. Are you?
His training with us on how to speak with our legislators, and I'm just gonna say, if they weren't there, then we wouldn't have done the great job that we did today. So thank you to them. And we also came up with some recommendations. With us delegates, we came up with recommendations that we're gonna hand out later. Morgan Smith. But right now Hey guys, my name is Morgan Smith, and I'm from a very small town called Imboden, about 2.5 hours from here. And today I'm going to talk to you about numbers. I'm going to give you 3 numbers: 53,000, 500, and finally 177,000. Each of these numbers is a fact about tobacco. The first number I gave you was 53,000. 53,000 people die in the United States every year from the effects of secondhand smoke. The next number I gave you was 500. More than 500 adults die every year in Arkansas from secondhand smoke exposure. And the last number I gave you was 177,000. In Arkansas, 177,000 kids are exposed to secondhand smoke at home. To some, this may seem like just a number. To others, this is mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, best friends, and aunts and uncles who are affected by tobacco. To them, it's not just a number. It's families who are suffering the way that they have. I'm going to give you 3 more numbers: 3, 15, and 2012. 3 is the number of months I spent in the hospital with my grandpa fighting lung cancer. 15 is the number of years he took off his life from smoking. And 2012 is the year I'm going to graduate, and he's not going to be there. These numbers are not just numbers to me. They're stories and memories of my grandpa that I'm going to remember forever. And so I have one thing to ask of you. Next time you look at a fact, don't just look at the number, but the people involved within the number. Thank you. Okay. Now we have okay. So like I said, we came up with some recommendations. We're all excited here to share them with you. Oh. We'll get to those later. But before that, we'll have Miss Sophia come up and read our proclamation.
I gotta get up higher.
Hello. Hello. To all to whom these presents come, greetings. Cigarettes and on March 23rd, 2011, yes, will launch the annual Arkansas Tobacco Free Kids Day to promote youth advocacy, leadership, and activism in fighting smoking. Now, therefore, I, Mike Beebe, Governor of the State of Arkansas, by virtue of the authorities vested in me by the laws of the state of Arkansas, do hereby proclaim March 23rd, 2011 as Arkansas Tobacco Free Kids Day across the state, and I encourage my fellow citizens to join me in supporting these outstanding young people for their determination and their contributions in promoting tobacco education and control. In testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of the state of Arkansas to be affixed this 8th day of March in the year of our Lord 2011.
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, we're excited to share with you our recommendations that we've developed throughout their Yes on the Hill training. The first one is no smoking at school-sponsored events. The second one is no possession of tobacco products during work hours, mandating that all workplace grounds be tobacco-free. No smoking during work hours at a child care facility. No smoking if you are on Medicaid. To continue or to get benefits, you need to be enrolled in a smoking cessation program. Research has demonstrated that prevention is the key to ending the cycle of tobacco-related health issues. 9 out of 10 smokers began smoking before the age of 18. Delaying the onset of smokers by as little as 3 years reduces the probability that a person will smoke the next 50 years by 82%. More than 510 Arkansans will die from issues related to secondhand smoke exposure each year, while more than 4,900 will die from their own smoking. Now, our first speaker is Miss Delana.
Hello, my name is Delana. I'm 14 and I'm a representative of Making Right Choices Yes Team. I'm in the 8th grade and I'm involved in cheering student council at my school. Our first recommendation is important to us because we are all in the school and we all attend different types of events throughout the year. One of the things that irritates us the most is smoking at school-sponsored events. Schools are already by law supposed to be tobacco-free, but depending on the school and the school district, people don't always follow the law. What adults don't seem to know is that tobacco-free environments provide genuine opportunities for adults to serve as positive role models for not using tobacco at school. When tobacco use is tolerated at school youth, we are getting the wrong message. Adults shape, mold, and influence as kids. If we see you do it, the adult, what do you really expect from us? With that being said, our first recommendation restricts smoking at the school-sponsored events. Now please welcome Ms. Michaela to the podium with recommendation number 2. Thank you. Hello, my name is Michaela, and I'm from Texarkana, Arkansas, representing Making Right Choices Yes Team. Our second recommendation states that there should be no possession of tobacco products during work hours. Mandate all workplace grounds to be tobacco-free. There are many benefits to tobacco-free workplaces for employers. Tobacco-free environments help create a safe and healthy workplace. Better healthcare rates may be possible. The risk of fires is lower. People won't be sick as much and won't have to miss so much work. Office equipment, carpets, and furniture last longer when in tobacco-free workplaces. There are also many benefits for employees. One major benefit is that workers who are bothered by secondhand smoke will not be exposed to it on their job. To us, the delegates of Yes on the Hill, it makes sense to have tobacco-free workplaces. Now, to introduce our third recommendation, I would like to welcome Miss McKenzie to the stage.
Hello, my name is Mackenzie Harris, and I represent Special Prevention Unit Yes Team. I'm 19 and from Ashland, Arkansas. I stand to you here today to share recommendation number 3 with you. I start by saying there is no safe level of cigarette smoke exposure. Cigarette smoke contains toxins in the form of particulate matter that is deposited on all exposed surfaces, and also toxic gases that can linger in the air for extended periods of time, up to months. Anyone entering a room that has been previously smoked in is exposed to these lingering toxins or third-hand smoke. Third-hand smoke can be found on carpets, clothes, and children's toys. So if this is the case, we have a strong argument about smoking during work hours at child care facilities. If an employee goes out on a smoke break, in no way is that employee free of all toxins left behind from a cigarette smoke. Cigarette smoke toxins are known to settle in clothes. Knowing this information, why would a child care facility worker even dare take a smoke break on their return, and then return, wash their hands, and then cuddle with a baby or a small child? It is our third recommendation that it be a law put in place that it says there shall be no smoking during work hours at a child care facility. We believe that it is indeed a recommendation that should get a second look, and now please welcome Ms. Ashley Thomas to the podium to share our fourth and final recommendation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ashley Thomas, and I'm 16, and I'm here, and I'm a representative of Live Free at His Image Youth Development Center, Yes Team. Throughout the week, we have drafted recommendations to reduce secondhand smoke. One of the policy recommendations that we have agreed on is to restrict smoking when a person is a recipient of Medicaid. While our recommendation may sound a little startling to you, what is even more startling is the number of deaths in our state from smoking. According to statistics, 4,900 Arkansans die each year from their own smoke. And if that wasn't alarming, an estimated 510 adult non-smokers die each year from exposure to secondhand smoke, someone else's smoke. Arkansas's annual health care costs indirectly caused by smoking is to the tune of $812 million. The Medicaid program covers $242 million. $242 million is a huge number, and it is in our belief, by restricting tobacco and the Medicaid recipients and requiring Medicaid recipients that use tobacco to actively participate in the cessation program. Will not only save lives and reduce the death toll for smokers, but also those non-smokers that have to suffer the exposure of secondhand smoke. It will also reduce the heavy burden on taxpayers who cover the Medicaid expenses to a tune of $558 per household caused by government expenditures. So I present to you the fourth policy recommendation: no smoking if you are on Medicaid. To continue or to get benefits, you need to be enrolled in a smoking cessation program. While it's arguably the choice of any tobacco user who knowingly subject themselves to the hazards present in the cigarette use, these recommendations will protect those people who, despite not using tobacco products, are endangered by the choices of others who choose to use them. Now we'll invite Jocelyn back to the podium for our closing. Well,
As you can see, we've been extremely busy the last 3 days. We've enjoyed our experience with Yes on the Hill and hope that you, youth, here today will take full advantage of the opportunity to learn more about how you can help reduce exposure to secondhand smoke, as well as make your voices heard. And now I have our closing remarks. Miss Janine, the wonderful Miss Janine.
Okay, love you too. I love you too. Oh, y'all so sweet. Okay, y'all did a wonderful job. Y'all give them a round of applause. So I'm going on no sleep, but it's all worth it because I get to work with outstanding youth and I get to work with outstanding youth on a daily basis. God bless me with this job, so thank you for that. I also get to work with amazing coordinators across the state, and I really appreciate the work that you're doing in your local communities to bring all of them and to encourage all of you in tobacco prevention and control. And without a doubt, and we have a theme, if we live, work, play, tobacco free
Every day.
everything will be just all right. So I would like to acknowledge my superior who is in the house today, Mr. Paul McGinnis. Just say hi to him. He's right over there. It's been an exciting day. We were here up at 7:30 in the morning. We were here the other day, 7:30 in the morning, and we're just excited. And we want to say thank you. We really do, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you very much. So we're gonna give you a standing ovation. We're standing. You're standing. Okay. So if this concludes our press conference. If you have any questions for us, please let us know. Is there anyone out there that would like to speak? Because I'm all about giving you the floor. Ms. Anna?